that house in the 7th, and then the most malefic trine.
From the trine, from that house.
Use the normal lord of strength, normal strength rules.
Normal strength rules, yet the 4th strength rule being primary, which is most malefic. Because we're calculating death, and it's malefic that needs to.
So it would have been Aquarius when
The transit of Aquarius, he left his body. And if we look, the transit of Saturn was in Gemini. Gemini was opposite his Aruda Lagna. So everything right there fits. So let's go down to the next chart. And getting the actual day, that's based on Tithi. It's a little bit different technique. But
you calculate it to the day before you passed?
was 2 days off. Yeah. He lived 2 extra days. So
It's interesting because A8 is also third from the Aruda Lagna.
yes.
So
Okay, so Indira Gandhi. Now, Indira Gandhi, if we want to see how she was killed, she was shot by one of her bodyguards as she in the pathway in her front yard. And she lived near Connaught Place, which was a busy city kind of area. So we have the sign Gemini with bodyguard Ketu in it. So this is how she died, but that doesn't tell us when. So we look at the Mrityupada.
Was she killed by the bodyguard? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the bodyguards killed her. So Mrityupada is, somebody do the Mrityupada calculations.
Well, there would be 2.
Uh-huh.
Look at both of them.
she was shot in her own in the Prime Ministerial residence, actually.
Not her front yard, the minister's. I know that you can go, I saw a picture, they have a picture online, and you can go visit where she was shot. There's a little memorial. Huh?
I've actually been there. There's a lot of.
Is it her front yard, or is it?
I think it's the ministerial.
That's the Prime
Uh-huh.
Minister's house. I mean, that's where they stay.
Okay, it was her house at the time, though.
It was her house at the time.
Yeah, so
7 Racecourse Road.
that's,
She was going from the door to the gate.
yes.
And he turned around and shot her.
Which K2 also represents doorways and gateways, and yeah, so.
And sudden attack.
So one's in the 6th house,
Mhm.
Saturn's in the 6th, and then
So which is going to be more malefic?
the one in the 6th would be Zeno.
Yeah, let's see, which one was I using here? This third Indira.
It's Libra, right? Is the other one in Libra?
Connaught Place. She was running, transiting Mars.
Mrityupada and Libra.
In Libra, I was using the
Oh,
Rahu.
fine, which are the 2?
Let's do both. So we have, let's do the Rahu first. Let me look. Rahu, Saturn is 4, so it's supporting that more. So if let's do Rahu first. With Rahu, the Mrityupada is falling into the 4th house, and is the 4th house or the 10th house more malefic?
Did you give the 10th house? I got the 6th.
Me too.
The 6th if you're using Saturn.
Right.
The 4th if you're using Rahu.
You're using Rahu?
Yeah.
Or just 4th?
I used Rahu when I did it, but we might as well do both. I didn't even.
Would be between 4th and 10th. 10th would be more malefic because it has the sun Rashi Drishti.
Sun's not going to be malefic for that purpose.
I think it's the 6th to start
Mars.
with.
Mars is the sun, and Saturn is
Say,
It's the 10th house because Mars
I know it, that's
Sun.
what I'm saying.
Well, Mars is aspecting both the 4th and the 10th.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
with- if you
and
add in the
and
sun.
Mars, it's his own sign, so he's aspecting his own sign, which supports it.
Yeah, but Mars and Sun,
Yeah,
there's fires, guns, shots.
Yeah, but the big thing is, oh no, this isn't how she dies. This is just when.
Right.
Mars is supporting its own house,
Mhm.
so it's not going to harm his own house, but he's not going to support the 4th house, and the 4th lord is in the 6th house in Marana Karkasthana with Rahu. So it's a pretty afflicted fourth lord. So it's showing that the fourth house is a lot weaker. And
Hard to do by strength, but by weakness.
which is we calculate everything. Use the rules first and look at the maleficness of it. We'll go through and look at the charts. And I learned, Guruji said what he said, and then I did it on a bunch of charts, and the charts teach you. So, and when we look at trines from that, from Libra, which is going to be the most malefic trine.
12th was Ketu. Don't we want to check out Rahu?
What do you mean?
Are we going to check out Rahu?
Rahu.
See if it's more malefic than,
We're using the Rahu Mrityupada.
Started with that, yes, and then Saturn.
Yeah.
oh, okay, I mean, it's the Saturn one.
And so far, out of the 4th and the 10th, the 4th is more malefic.
Right.
And from the 4th, if we look at the trine, I calculated that because of the Maranakarkasthana with Rahu situation, that was the worst position. Rahu is which is the one trine. He's conjunct Venus, which is actually benefic for him. It's hurting Venus, but for him, it's uplifting him. And Venus is Maranakarkasthana. So that was my reasoning there.
Wait, you mean it's Marna from Libra? Well, that-
No.
that's like-
It's natural from Lagna.
Oh, right,
But
right.
do we go back to Lagna for this, when we're calculating?
We're not using this as a Lagna. We're seeing Mrityupadas here, and we're seeing trines from it. But so the trine is the 4th, the 8th, and the 12th house. So is the 4th house the 12th house, or the 8th house, which is the weaker? So we're still doing Maranakarkasthana from the Lagna, never from not the other way around. No. Yeah, everything is from the Lagna there, because it's the natural strength of that planet. I calculated Libra, and I wrote this a long time ago, so could we just scroll down when she died? Capricorn Shuladasha. Sun was transiting the Mrityupada in Libra. Okay, and where was Saturn? Transiting Mars, 8th house aspect on Lagna. Transiting Rahu had trinal aspect on Lagnesh. And faithful Saturn was transiting 7th from Aruda Lagna. So remember I talked about those 3 rules? Making sure that the house, house lord, and the Aruda had some problem. In here we see that the transiting Mars had its 8th house aspect on the Lagna. Transiting Rahu had trinal aspect on the Lagnesh. And Saturn was opposite the Aruda Lagna. So let's take it down one more time. No, back to the chart. Let's if we had used the other Aruda, if we had used the Saturn, from my own thoughts, I want to see how it goes. So I used the Rahu Mrityupada, and we see it was transiting through that sign. You saw my reasoning. If we had used Saturn Mrityupada and we had gone to the 6th house, then the A6 would have been in the 6th, A8 would have been in the 6th, and the most malefic from that would have been, we'd first, just to even learn how to use the rules, we're looking which is the most malefic of these 2 houses.